even about just only like limping a wide range of hands. It's about if you're gonna limp, you can't only limp raise aces. So yeah, like most people are gonna limp hands like pocket threes, pocket fours, ace five suited, and then they're gonna limp aces and kings. But your limp raise has to be balanced. So you can't only limp raise with aces or kings, and no one's gonna give you action.
Right.
You have to also be willing to limp random pairs or connectors
exactly.
or something like that.
But there are players that I know of, in events where.
Every year. 25.
There's a guy out there, Sean.
Heads up.
Is his name? He has like a beard. He has a beard. I told him he can have it. Yeah.
Looks like Elijah has pocket aces here. I believe he opened this pre-flop. Let's see. Yeah, he raced to 25 and Luke called.
And we don't know what Luke has yet.
Bet 40.
And we got a 10, 5, 9 with 2 spades.
That's a pretty good flop in general when you have aces here, just because you're pretty much only losing to sets and 3 combos of 10-9 suited.
He's got the ace of spades too.
But it's a board that your opponent's going to continue on a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
They're going to have queen jack suited. They're going to have king jack suited, king queen suited, or king queen off.
Jack 10, ace 10, ace 9, king
jacks,
10.
queens. There's just so many hands.
Connects with a lot of hands that are going to make one pair.
Even eights or
draws.
sevens are going to call here.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a scary board at all for most of his defending range to probably continue.
100.
So you'll love it. Find out what he has at some point. So it's a 240 in the pot. That's including his $100 bet, right?
He calls.
Do you know?
Yes. Yeah. So once they bet, the pot updates.
So he bet 100
That's not.
to 100.
That
He
can
bet
be
like a pot
That
bet.
can be a good or bad river for Elijah here. Luke could have king jack. He could have queens. He
Queen
could
10.
he could have tens or nines for that matter, or 10-9 suited. It's just not a comfortable river.
Let's see.
I mean, the only hand that you're gonna get called by worse is like king queen and queen jack.
Yeah, I think I would check call if I had the aces here.
200.
Looks like he's gonna go
And
with
it
the
looks like
value.
Elijah has a little bit more than that's on the graphic. He has about 500. So he bets 200. He has about 300 or 400 left there.
Yeah, and it looks like Luke, those are hundreds on top of his
Yeah,
those
so
two stacks. Right?
Luke
So
has
he's got-
1,000 back. He's 935 back.
Right. So what does Elijah do if Luke goes all in here,
No, I'm just telling my cousins from Brazil to
Yeah,
watch.
you're just never good, especially when you only have a couple hundred left.
Right.
It's just hard for your opponent to be bluffing when you bet out. So he's got about 330 back.
330 back, and it's 540 in the pot.
Well, what's the
I
point?
mean,
You could just watch it
I
later
think
on.
you'd have to
No, I had
call.
an ace. All in? He goes all in.
Oh, there we go. See, he's going
So
all in.
Elijah's laughing in this conversation, like, oh, I'm good, and value betting, and then all of a sudden he gets shoved on.
Yeah, that's why you just have to check call this hand on the river. Like that river is, you're not getting called unless somebody has a better hand than you. 9 times out of 10. But I think now it's.
I mean,
it's
you
tough.
can bet fold as well if you just
If
know
you-
your opponent's never bluffing here.
True. But what's the range of hands that he's just going to call? I think are pretty.
There's just no.
Small.
I don't think there's many bluffs here from Luke. We don't know what he has yet.
He's going to call. I think he's never bluffing with only 300 behind, or he shouldn't be. If Luke only has 300 behind,
He has a
7-9.
9-7 suited. Very nice play by Luke. So he flats the flop and turns 9 and just calls, doesn't raise the turn, and then gets another bet out of Elijah to make him think he has the best hand, and Luke's able to shove. Very nice play by Luke.
Yep. Played it well.
I got seat open.
It's still a tough shove on the river, even for just the trip 9s, you know.
Yeah, because he still loses to a few hands there. Boats
You have
and king jack.
kicks, you have straights, yeah.
Yeah, you're literally beating aces, kings.
I mean, I think that it's probably what he put Elijah on, just based on the way the hand played. So I think it's a fine shove. Elijah could have saved, $400 or $500 if he just check called the river. The guy who had the 9 probably would have just bet, 200. Oh well. It always hurts to lose with the aces.
Thanks to everybody for tuning in so far. Our 5-5 no limit game here on Live at the Bike. I'm Ryan Feldman with Jared Greiner. Thanks to everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on Periscope. Everybody that's watching, we appreciate it.